to support to reimburse for the state aid. Are you in agreement or disagreement with the government medical being set at $113 per month?
Agree.
Thank you, ma'am. And using the minimum wage presumption, we calculated current support in the amount of $314 per month beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement or disagreement with current child support being set at $314 per month?
I am at somewhat of a disagreement with that.
Could you explain to the court why you disagree?
Because I wouldn't, well, I have 4 kids total, but those 340, I don't know how it would be maintained though.
Enjoy the video. Hit the like button.
2025, the mother, Ms. Chantal Wiley, was served January 15th, 2025. As Your Honor can see, the father is not present, so the state would like to proceed with a default.
Yes, sir. I noted that. Go ahead and proceed.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Ma'am, could I get you to state your full name for the record?
Chantel Wiley.
Thank you, ma'am. And could you state the names and ages of the children we're here for today? Thank you, ma'am. And who are the father of those 3 children that you just mentioned?
Paris Newton Sr.
Now, there wasn't a DNA test conducted in this case today. Is that correct?
No.
Is Mr. Newton the only person that could possibly be the father of those children that you listed previously?
Yes, sir.
So no other man could be the father of their children. Is that correct, Ms. Wiley?
That's correct.
Thank you, ma'am. And the father, in this case, does he have any other minor children?
No, sir.
Okay. In the past 2 years, has there been any family violence between yourself and the father? I'm not sure. It might have cut out, Ms. Wiley. In the past 2 years, has there been any family violence between yourself and the father?
Yes, sir.
And when was your last incident?
It was in 2023, around, I forgot what month that was. Like around April or May.
Okay. Now, were the police called during this altercation?
Yes, the police came.
Now, was it a physical altercation?
Yeah.
Did you receive any injuries from this altercation?
No, sir.
And who was the aggressor during the altercation?
Paris Newton Sr.
Could you briefly discuss the physical violence that you suffered at the hands of Mr. Newton in 2023?
He just fisted me.
You breaking up. Can you repeat that one more time?
Closed fist. Hit the train station.
When I was at the only time
it was DART police.
It was DART police called?
Incident. Yes, they came down. It was another incident that happened in DeSoto near my child's school.
Now, was that incident physical as well?
It's when I sustained injuries.
And what injuries did you sustain, Ms. Wiley?
Like circulation. He cut off circulation. Was pinned down. He flipped me a little bit. It was bad.
Okay. So there has been family violence in the past 2 years. Does that mean that you're currently asking the court for a non-disclosure of your address and phone number?
Yes, sir.
Is that due to safety concerns regarding the other parent?
Yes, safety concerns.
Yes, ma'am. Now, has he ever came to your house unannounced and threatened you or tried to hurt you in any way?
Yes.
He has done that in the past?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I want to move on a little bit. Can we, how are the children currently covered under health insurance?
They receive Medicaid right now.
Do you know if the father has any other minor children?
I know he doesn't. From my understanding, he.
Could you repeat that last part for me?
From my understanding, he doesn't have any other minor children.
Okay. And do you know if he's currently working?
I know he's not working.
Do you have any reason to doubt that he could manage a full-time working job? Do you have any reason to doubt that he could do that?
No, he's able to work.
Okay. So using the
not
minimum
to.
wage presumption, since we don't have evidence of him actually working, we had to use the minimum wage presumption. Using that presumption, we calculated that his monthly gross income is $1,256.67 and a net income of $1,046.87. Using those numbers, we calculated, well, currently, how are the children currently covered under health insurance, ma'am?
They receive Medicaid.
Yes, ma'am. So using the income information that we received, that using the minimum wage presumption, we calculated that medical support should be paid in the amount of $113 per month beginning April 1st, 2025, and that's cash medical support to reimburse for the state aid. Are you in agreement or disagreement with the government medical being set at $113 per month?
Agreement.
Thank you, ma'am. And using the minimum wage presumption, we calculated current support in the amount of $314 per month beginning April 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement or disagreement with current child support being set at $314 per month?
I am at somewhat of a disagreement with that
Could you explain to the court why you disagree?
because I wouldn't. Well, I have 4 kids total, but those 340. I don't know how it would be maintained though them with that.
Yes, ma'am. And you do understand that we calculated this amount using the minimum wage presumption and the percentage guidelines for the amount of children in today's case. Do you understand that, Ms. Wiley?
Yes, I do. I
Okay.
understand.
Yes, ma'am. And using the minimum wage presumption, we also calculated the retro child support. Now, over the past 4 years, did you and the father, the two of you live together?
We stayed with each other for about 2 months, 2.5 months.
Okay, yes, ma'am. And over the past 4 years, has he been incarcerated?
Yes, he recently got out in 2022.
Using information provided by yourself, man, we calculated the full retro period to be 31 months. And using the minimum wage presumption, we calculated that he should have paid $314 per month over the course of those 31 months. That brings a full retro judgment out to $9,734 full retro judgment, and that'll be payable at $99 per month until paid in full. Would you be in agreement or disagreement with that retro calculation?
Disagreement.
And could you explain to the court why you disagree with the retro calculation?
Just wouldn't be able to maintain my children with that. I would need something a little more.
And
It's
what would you
it's way it's so much it's so got kids, and it's like he's not receiving through him. So I don't know.
do you have any additional proof
He
of
drives a
wages?
Maserati. He's able to more than that. Sorry, Your Honor. He drives a whole Maserati. He should be able to pay more than that. He doesn't do anything for his kids.
So, Ms. Wilder, do you have any proof showing the income that he currently is making right now, the father in this case?
I don't have proof of the income, but I know what he does. I don't have any proof. Do have proof of what he does, but I don't have proof of income on paperwork. No.
Yes, ma'am. And as far as visitation and access, would you be in agreement with granting the father a standard possession order, a visitation schedule with the children?
I agree with that.
Yes, ma'am. And would you? And it also it seems as though you're requesting a sole managing conservatorship today. Is that correct?
Yes,
Could you explain to the who makes the day-to-day decisions regarding the children right now?
I do.
And do you think you and the father could co-parent and make decisions with the child jointly together?
Not at this moment, no. Just me.
And so that is the reason why you're seeking a sole managing conservatorship today.
Yes.
Is he involved with the children in their lives at all?
Not at all. He doesn't.
Okay.
If they call the number, if I call, hangs up the number.
Okay. And as far as a geographic restriction, you are not requesting that there be a geographic restriction in your case today. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And court costs are typically billed to the father for these types of cases. Are you in agreement with court costs being billed to the father?
Yes, I agree with that.
Yes, ma'am. And you also, so there seems to be evidence that there could have been family violence in the past 2 years, and you did request a non-disclosure. So the court would need an exchange location for where you would like the visits to take place. Do you have a place in mind that you could give the court so we could have a visitation exchange location set up in your case?
Not at the moment. I don't want to. Usually it would have, but I don't want to. Like I would have to figure out where the location would be.
Well, moving forward with your order, ma'am, this order.
Do I
This is going to be the order of the case, of order of your case going forward. So I need you to take the time to pull out your phone and find a visitation location so we can do an exchange location. Because in the event the judge finds that there has been family violence or grants your non-disclosure, we're not giving your address to the other party. So we need a location, likely public, where you can exchange the child in the event that that is the judge's ruling today.
Okay. Yeah. You said a public place?
Yes, ma'am. And people can, you can pick a McDonald's, you can pick a police station, you can pick a park. This is your choice, but we need a location before we can before I can pass it.
We could police station. We can do the Dallas police station, Blue Sterret. You know.
Could you pull out your phone and get that address for me, please, ma'am?
Blue Stairs not a police station.
Oh, I'm a court. I'm sorry. We can meet at the court.
The George Allen Courthouse?
Courthouse is closed on the weekends.
I thought Blue Sterret. I thought the police station.
Blue Stairs is not a police station. That's the Dallas County Jail. There's not going to be anybody there to help to do anything. And the courthouse is closed on the weekends. So you need to pick somewhere else.
Y'all do visitations on weekends?
Visitation
No.
is on the weekend. It's from Friday at 6 until Sunday at 6. People pick a restaurant, a store, some kind of public place. I don't prefer a park, but somewhere where there'll be people walking around, so in case there's a problem, they can call 911 and help you. A park doesn't always mean that people will be around. So we need you to find a place near where you live or a place where y'all have gone before. We can put that in the court order.
Okay.